Hi from America. If you don't know this, I'm going to tell you. All of our factories are shutting down. We've been laid off. Our shipping containers are going nowhere. All of our orders have been canceled. In our country, our president's going out there trying to make new deals so people will buy more of our stuff.
I think the job market in 2025 is all teaching us a little something. You can be as qualified as can be. You can meet the criteria of the job that you are applying for, but you may not get it because you don't know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Maybe coming down to who you know and who that person knows, and then who that person knows, and then who that person knows. Just to get your big toe in the door. Let me say this. God can do the impossible, even in this crazy job market.
Volvo just laid off 3,000 workers after the car market and the tariffs just destroy everything within the industry. And this is what so many companies are doing right now. Microsoft just started the trend. Then you follow with Walmart. Now you got Volvo who's doing the same thing. Of course, it's a whole different industry, but they laid off from the top. They laid off the tech market. They laid off their upper management within their corporate roles. Now they're just going to work from the top all the way to the bottom because you got demand falling. They specifically called out tariffs in their layoff announcement. Second thing they called out was the lowering of the demand of the EV market because they make EVs now. They expected that to be the future, but they're not selling as many vehicles. It's very unfortunate. There are so many people in America who are employed by this company. They employ 50,000 workers within this company alone. And guess what? They just laid off 3,000 workers. That's almost 10% of their entire workforce. On top of that, they just laid off an entire like 35,000 workers like earlier last year or late last year. It's getting out of control. And this is just the beginning. You're going to have layoffs coming every single day. I make videos because this is the update every single day of the layoffs, guys. It's getting out of control. And honestly, who knows what the next step for this company is. Volvo is one of those companies that I don't really know what their future really looks like. Like, they're not a huge company, but they still exist because you got some people who still buy their vehicles. Let me know in the comment section below what you think is next for Volvo. And who knows, which company do you think is going to be next? If you're trying to prepare for this, sit back and really think about the job that you're doing right now. Are you working in a role right now that can potentially have any kind of output of being replaced by AI? If it can be replaced by AI, I need you to really reconsider and think about what your next move is. Do you have money saved up? Do you have an emergency fund? What would be your next role if you were to get laid off right now today? Because this is happening to so many Americans right now. So many Americans are really not prepared. They're just getting blindsided because they didn't prepare. They think their role is not replaceable. You've got driving trucks right now that are being driven by AI. You got Ubers in California right now who are being driven by robots. It's crazy. It's crazy right now. They even got movies right now. Y'all saw the new Gen Vu, whatever it is called that Google just came out with. They're making entire videos with just an AI. Like, it's making the whole, guys, it's getting scary. And it's happening so fast. Prepare yourself right now, especially if you're in a corporate America or you're in, just a blue collar worker. If you're just prepare right now. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. So I got more people in here that's talking about this. This is gonna blow your mind. And lastly, happy Memorial Day, guys. Shout out to all the veterans who served our country and really out here just putting their life on the line. And even the veterans who lost their lives in battle. Thank you for your service. Let's get to the rest of the video.
We have some news right now. Donald Trump just posted the most unhinged Memorial Day post of any U.S. president probably in American history. Trump writes, "Happy Memorial Day to all, including the scum that spent the last 4 years trying to destroy our country through warped radical left minds who allowed 21 million people to illegally enter our country, many of them being criminals and the mentally insane, through an open border that only an incompetent president would approve, through judges who are on a mission to keep murderers and release prisoners from all over the world in our country so they can rob and murder again. Hopefully the United States Supreme Court and other good and compassionate judges throughout the land will save us from the decisions of the monsters who want our country to go to hell." Mind you, Memorial Day is about fallen soldiers. Donald Trump is our commander-in-chief, and not once did he mention fallen soldiers. As always, I'll provide you updates throughout the day, so be sure to follow along for more. Subscribe to my Substack for a full breakdown of all the news you missed. Link to my bio, and follow along to stay up to date on all the news you need to know.
Hello.
Good morning, Edgar.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I asked, who I think you know, to join us for this call. She is our HR representative. We've got some updates we'd like to share with you this morning.
Okay.
So as you know, we have been working with to help us identify the best way forward for agents this last period of time. And while we originally believed that we would be integrating with, we've instead determined that it was best for us to refocus the agency to an independent agency. And in doing so, we've initiated a buyback of it.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, as you may know, the lack of growth and the decline in our client revenue has negatively impacted our business beyond what we can sustain.
Mm-hmm.
And it's forced us to make what are very difficult decisions to eliminate roles within the agency. And this includes the elimination of your role, making today your last day. Please know that it was a very difficult decision. You made meaningful contributions to the last couple of years, and we have much respect and gratitude for what you've done and what you've given. At this point, what I will do is I'll turn it over to you so she can take you through some of the next steps.
Email meeting up shortly. And, you know, once you get the chance to review and look everything over, please let me know, and I'm happy to answer any and all questions you may have.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Heather. I wish you the best.
Thank you, you too. Bye.
I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, y'all. I have no more money for a room. And this is my kid's room. The power is out. The gas is out. We can't cook. This freaking window is busted open. Like, every time it rains, it gets worse and worse. The ceiling just keeps falling in. I don't know what to do.
I don't think that we will have a trucking industry in the next 10 to 20 years, and here's why. This is very important. Mega carriers right now, and they've been doing this for decades now, they are merging into this just big conglomerate monopoly right now. I mean, they're buying each other out, and they're merging together at an alarming rate, right? Swift buys Knight, Swift Knight buys US Express, and all of the other ones, they're sort of buying each other out, and then they'll merge together, and soon we'll just have this one big conglomerate company in trucking that basically runs everything. And they're starting to bring the second part of their plan to fruition right now, which is, let's start dipping our hands in what was left of the trucking industry, sort of the more niche aspects like livestock and hauling logs and hopper bottom and ag stuff, you know, hauling chickens and working for the chicken houses and stuff like that, right? They've been doing that for a while now, right? I mean, they have. And that is a problem. That is an issue because they've already done it in drive-in and reefer, and they're starting to do it in flatbed and stuff like that. But now they're coming in, and again, they're taking over what was left of these more niche, you know, industries within trucking where you could work on a handshake and a name-by-name basis. And they're ruining those. And let me pitch it to you like this. Think about Walmart and Home Depot and Lowe's and Ace Hardware and, you know, Walgreens, CVS, all these places. How did they get so big? How did they gain traction and become so popular? Well, they came in when mom and pa's, you know, decades and decades ago were pretty much all that you had, small family-owned places. And they told the consumer, hey, we can sell it to you for cheaper. We'll have more product readily available. We'll be open more. You know, our business hours will be wider. We'll build more locations, and we'll have a better variety. Obviously, the consumer goes with them. And that drove so many small mom and pop businesses under, right? And the ones that still exist today, grandkids are taking over. They're selling out, liquidating real estate, and they just want nothing to do with it. And then the ones that maybe don't want to sell out, they're being forced to sell out because the economy is so bad and they can't survive because of these big box stores.